Hello, hello.
Welcome everyone. Welcome back to getting that medical degree. What's today's topic, Zach?
Today we're gonna talk about like update on our lives since we
All
haven't really done
right.
as much. So let's get into it. So I'm Zach. I passed my NAPLEX.
Congrats.
Yeah. So I do have
That's
some
awesome.
tips for you guys. I mean, I know all of our NAPLEX videos is like kind of like tips, but I did make it like actually like tip study guide.
Mhm.
So let's see. I passed my NAPLEX on October 26th. So one thing I did is made flashcards. I made about one or two flashcards per chapter for the main treatments, major side effects, important drug interactions, important dosings. I use the RX prep book for this, which I think most of you guys will be using anyways. But for the infectious disease chapters, I actually just wrote stuff down, and I was able to condense most of the important stuff down to 3 to 4 pages on my iPad. So like I condensed basically, I think it's like 100 pages down to about 3 to 4 pages. But it's mostly because I know this stuff pretty well already from my rotations. So like, if I knew, I didn't really write it down. So a question I do get asked a lot is, what does focus on? Really know your cardiac chapters really well, especially anticoagulation. They love to ask dosing about those, and you'll probably have at least 3 or 4 questions about anticoagulation, almost guaranteed. Either dosing, or antidotes, or really just what to use. Also, asthma and COPD you should know pretty well too. They're really simple. And also that goes into a next video is the guidelines get updated every year, so make sure you know the updated guidelines. And then your psych medications, you really need to know them. You need to know like what's first line, second line, third line, and it really changes based on what the patient preference is. The patient doesn't want Parkinson. If the patient doesn't want weight gain, well, you don't want to give them like Paxil. And if they have Parkinson's, you don't want to give them like Haldol. So you really have to pay attention to the patient case and what they actually care about. Infectious disease, you need to know first line, second line. Therapies, you also need to know morphology, which is like kind of like the shapes of the bugs and like the color of them. This is kind of simple. ID is pretty simple as long as you know what bugs are involved with what disease states and what drugs actually cover those bugs. So, but why do you need to know the second and third line options for this? So, if they give you like an allergy to vancomycin, the person has MRSA, but they need to be treated for greater than 2 weeks, outpatient, what do you use? Um, well, not even outpatient, just need to be treated for 2 weeks. Well, one of the options you could use is linezolid, but linezolid is not really good in this case because its side effect profile is not favorable when you use it for more than 2 weeks. So another option might be like daptomycin or something like that to use for it. But then daptomycin you have to worry about like rhabdomyolysis with it, so you really have to make sure you know your drugs. That's really my tips for the test. You need to know your toxicities, also oncology toxicities, know how to treat them. That's it. Don't really worry about treatments too much. Just know how to treat the toxicity of the drugs and what causes what. You need to really know your calculations to make sure you know all the RX prep calculations inside and out, all the equations, and you should be able to get 100% on all the quizzes. And then biostats, know how to read a study, please. So, especially with COVID and false information going around, you guys really need to know how to do that. And then I took my Pennsylvania MPJE, which is a law test, on 11/13. Still waiting on the results. Reflection on the exam, it wasn't too bad. I don't think. I did have some weird questions about like diaphragms, so there was that. I studied using the Prontopass, but I also studied using the Too Long Didn't Read study guide, which is like 19 pages. I took the pharmacy exam website, federal exams, and I also took the PA exams as well until I could pretty much get 100% on all of them all the time. There's a lot of work I put into it, so yeah. I'm also still waiting to hear back from medical schools. So I mean that could be till like April. I could be still waiting to hear back from. And also, will probably take the MCAT next summer since I need to take a couple more law exams first. Since you have 1 year after you graduate, and the law exams are cheap, and after that they're $1,500 instead of 150.
$1,500.
Yeah.
What?
Mhm. So yeah, I'm trying to get pretty much all the states I want to get licensed in now before that price increases to a drastic amount. That's all my updates. Mitchell, what do you have going on for you?
Uh, um, Nothing really, honestly. I mean, some stuff. Um, Nothing really amazing as passing the exam that you did, bro. So congratulations again.
Thanks.
I'll be. There will be a lot more fascinating updates for next year. So stay tuned for my updates. So yeah, thank you guys. I'm just still doing me. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you in the next video.
Give it a thumbs up, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks. Bye.
thanks.